Had you ever heard about the International Scissor Sharpeners Association before today?
Nope.
Okay. This was started back, I don't know how many years ago, decades ago, by a guy in Cyprus. And he came for training, like you're training today, Ray Lee. And he said, I need to go back with more credentials. So we dreamed up the name International Scissor Sharpeners Association. And he was the first member. And as time went on, we decided we wanted to have some kind of a simple evaluation, just so I would feel comfortable referring people as a sharpener, and send out a shear for them to convex and a shear for them to bevel. And they should cut hair. They should cut wet tissue, which tells me all the burrs and the nicks are out. And they should look reasonably good. The convex should look like a true convex, and the bevel should look like a true bevel. And they get a pretty nice certificate. Let me show you, Rayleigh. This is, well, this is a copy of a certificate.
Okay.
But this just says member, but it'll say certified.
Oh, okay.
But the real thing that everybody loves is this. Look at the ID card.
Oh, man.
Ooh, yeah. We have those professionally made. It's not something we print in-house, Misty, so it takes a little while.
Okay.
And that kind of,
That's nice.
show that on here. And it's a nice looking card that you can show that you're a member of the International Scissor Sharpeners Association. It kind of gives you a few more credentials.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that you're the world's best sharpener, but it means that you do know how to convex a convex, bevel a bevel. At this point, one day's training, you'd be able to pass, really. I have no doubt about it. Because you basically have done that work. But I do damage them a little bit more than what you're doing here.
Right.
I hit them with a...
Some hard questions.
Yeah. Well, there's a written test. And you've already gone over the written test, so you would have this, nobody fails because of the written test. But you would have passed. You had them all right, didn't you? So this person missed 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 3.
And I'm going to go over the questions he missed so he would know, and I'm trying to remember what they were. Okay, I'm going to go backwards. Number 10 he missed. And I think as he just read it really quick and didn't go all the way through. Cutting wet tissue, I just mentioned that. That tears or is ragged when cut most likely indicates the following. A, the edge is rounded off and not sharp. It'll cut wet tissue even if the edge is rounded and they're not sharp. B, burr is left. C, nicks are left. Or D, B and C. Then it means that there's a burr left or nicks are left. So the answer would be D, but he answered B. This one, number 9, he missed. If the tip pulls tissue, so you've cut through the wet tissue and the tip's pulling, what problem would be the easiest to fix? That's the key word, easiest to fix. A, bad alignment. B, burr never established. C, no ride line. Or D, burr not removed. The correct answer would be D, burr not removed, because you could just maybe run them off on your jeans, wipe it on a paper towel, and that might fix it. But this person put burr never established, which would be the second easiest to fix, but not the easiest. Let me see, what was the, he missed number 7. This is the most missed of all the questions, and I have to admit, I made it a little tricky. So if you've never sharpened scissors, you still might be able to pass it if you listen to it. What is the traditional cut test material to see if a shear will push hair? So I'm going to pause, and you go ahead and put your answer, whatever you think it is, in the comments, without me even giving you choices. So the choices are, have you put your answer, what you think, in the comments? Because I'm going to be interested to see what people put. A, hair. B, dry tissue. C, wet tissue. D, latex glove. And the answer is hair. He answered wet tissue, which is what most people answer because they're seeing me cut wet tissue all the time. And the reason I'm using wet tissue for, we have toilet tissue, I'm using wet tissue for my test is I'm checking for burrs and nicks, but the answer is hair. So let's take a look at his shears. And before I shot this little video, I went ahead and did some close-up shots of the edges on these shears. And I was a little concerned because, and all of these have a number. This is 316123. And if you look at this video footage I took, you're going to see these shears really aren't convex. Convex edge shear. Now one blade looks better than the other one, but neither one of them look like a true convex.
Right.
And we saw that.
Mm-hmm.
That shear you were just playing with, I'll show them what a true convex was. The one you were just playing with a little bit. Do you remember which one it was?
Oh, that one.
That one there. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, okay, that's in focus. Now you see it. True convex, that blade is going to disappear to nothing. And it shouldn't show a line. These other shears show a line. Now, this other shear that he did is supposed to be beveled edge, and it does have a clear line, and you can see the bevel on it. However, it's got a couple of different angles on here, which I'm not crazy about. But it is a bevel. So I'm going to test both of these on dry tissue, wet tissue, and then hair. The bevel edge, if it cuts, even though the angle looks a little suspect on it, if it cuts, it's going to pass. The convex edge, I can tell you already, it's not passing, so I want to send it back. And he can sharpen as many times as he wants to, over and over and over, as long as he wants to pay postage back and forth, until it's right. Because the whole idea is for everybody to do well and to do it right. I did talk to him on the phone. He said he was having some problems with whatever equipment he has. He does not have, by the way, Rayleigh, he is not using our equipment. He's using somebody else's. I don't know what he's using.
Okay.
And he was trained by someone who's had a lot of experience sharpening, but he was not trained by me.
Okay.
Not saying that he would automatically pass or that I would be more disposed to pass him if he had my equipment and I trained him. Because, I mean, these things are very subjective because I know who sent these in. And it's hard sometimes not to be harder on some people. But all right, so I'm cutting dry tissue. Cuts dry tissue fine. That's the beveled edge. When I test it, I'm pulling my thumb out. Now, Rayleigh had a lot of problems doing that, didn't you?
I got big hands.
You know, I've just been doing this for so many years. It's easy for me to do. So I'm holding it with these fingers. You see how my fingers are in here. And I'm holding it with those fingers. I'm pulling that out with my thumb. And it cuts dry, but I felt a pull. Can you see that pull a little bit? Let's see what it does wet. See? Has a little pull. Can you hand me the water bottle over there?
There you go.
I think we're going to have a little problem with that convex edge. Oh, I don't want to spray my camera. And I'll have some links in the description or below if any of you want to do this certification. Okay, this is the beveled edge. That cut wet fine. If it cuts hair, it passes. This one, and slow catches things, fast doesn't catch. You see how it tore? So I was going to send it back to him anyway, but if he can kind of look at that tip, you see how that... And I had a customer the other day because I don't sharpen perfect either. And she said, Bonnie, you've been sharpening my shears for years, and this last time they snagged at the tip. And so she sent them back to me. And it was even smaller snag than that. That little teeny tiny snag, I could barely get it to pull. I used some rabbit fur. And that's what she was feeling. So I went through and had to just, the way I fixed them was I just did them nose down on the plate, like what he's doing here, and just took off like a 1/2 millimeter. Doing all right over there? Got a burr?
No, don't got a burr.
You do or you don't?
Don't.
Yeah, well, remember you're changing the angles. You're going from 40 to 45, so it may take you a little longer to get a burr. So we were purposely changing the angles on them.
All right.
So.
It may take you a little longer.
Yeah, you might have to use something a little bit more aggressive. I don't know what grit you're using.
I'm using
Huh?
Yeah, tell me on here. 1,000.
Oh well, yeah, and that's a worn 1,000. You'll never pull up a burr on that, I don't think.
Yeah, I get a new one.
Okay, so I'm checking to see whether this cuts hair without pushing. Oh, whoa! Look at that, Rayleigh. Look at this. Okay, I'm pulling my thumb out. Yeah. Yeah, that's pushing way too much.
Should be like straight across.
Even let's see if I put my thumb in there. See, even put my thumb in there.
Yeah.
See, it's flipping.
Yeah, it's flipping the hair.
Yeah, that one. This one definitely did not pass. No trick to it either, was it?
No.
Okay, let's see how this one. I said this one passes if this one cuts.
600. Oh, 600.
And I'm pulling my thumb out. Well, look at that one. I put my thumb in there. Huh.
See, it's bending the hair.
It's bending the hair.
Yep. What is this?
I wonder if I tighten that screw, whether that would fix that. Or, well, you know, I said that angle looked funny on him. These just don't feel sharp. Rayleigh, feel them. Take your thumb and feel them. They just don't have an edge to them.
Yeah, I feel like they rounded off a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, they're just not sharp. So, like, let me get a similar shear. I don't know if I have that one right here for you to feel. This would be similar, okay? This is the one you sharpened yesterday.
Yeah.
Feel the edge on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely.
Yeah, this just doesn't have a crisp edge. So just for instance, just so that there's not anything weird about this, that I'm gonna cut. This is the one you sharpened yesterday. I'm pulling my thumb out.
Oh, like butter.
See, it did pull a little bit at the tip. That might need to be short.
Yeah, that's the one we was trying.
Oh yeah, we were working with that one, weren't we? Yeah.
That's all.
But you see the difference. I'm sending both of these shears back, and I'm hoping to shoot another follow-up video where we rechecked it. And this is 316123. I know when I talked to him on the phone, he was concerned that they weren't shiny. They're plenty shiny enough. I'm not worrying. You know, the cosmetics, it's nice that they look really pretty, but they've got to cut good. So these are going back, and I think he's capable of, probably was just in a hurry. I think he's capable of getting these right and getting them back to me. So if you have any questions or comments, or put those below, and I think you might want to try this sometime, Rayleigh.
Yeah, I'll do the best I can and make sure that it is correct.
Okay, all right. So what's your thoughts about the International Scissor Sharpeners Association? Is this ISSA certification, is it a walk in the park, or is it a little more difficult? Let's see what you can do. If you want to be certified, if you want to join the ISSA, it's for those that are certified, it's more than just a piece of paper. It's more than just an ID card. So links below is going to tell you how to be a part of the ISSA and also to get your swag and your merchandise. If you're ready to take your sharpening skills to the next level, I've got you covered, whether it's a certification or upgrading your equipment or getting some more sharpening training. That's what we're about. So call the red-headed sharpening lady, Bonnie at Bonica Shears. And remember, stay sharp, my friends.